Thank you so much. Namaste to all of you. I'm Dr. Joshi from Pune. The name of my paper is Feminism of the Earth and the Rivers in Hindu Traditions and Customs. Next, please. In India, we have a great agricultural tradition. Even today in India, almost 70% of people are doing farming in various parts of India. From the Vedic period, the land is treated as mother. In the Vedas, sages declare that Mata Bhumihi Putroham Prithivyaha. Land is my mother and I am her son. In Hinduism, land, rivers are considered as a woman. Even the menstruation cycle of the river and earth is observed in many parts of India as a vrata. This paper deals with the feminism of the earth and the river in specific. In many parts of India, this tradition gives birth to many rituals for girls and women. This paper deals with these aspects in particular. Some rituals related to folk tradition also describes the symbolism of fertility of a woman and the earth. Hymn of goddess Shri represents the same idea. She is having wetness, mean ardra, which leads to creating mud and moisture, which is necessary to sow seeds. Without wetness in the land, no seed can able to germinate, and it is necessary procedure to grow any crop in agricultural phenomena. In Sri Sukta, a guardian deity of the farmer means the earth is able to generate crops because of mud and moisture. There are some folk rituals like at times of drought, a nude woman takes a bath of water in an agricultural field, as well as a nude woman can sow seeds in the field and farmer will get ample of the crop. In Atharva Veda also, the earth is considered and honored as a mother. Sita means land of agriculture. Sita is considered as a fertility deity in Vedic period. Next, please. A Sanskrit text related to agriculture named Krushi Parashara and Kashyapya Krushi Sukti mentioned that at the end of Mruga constellation and in the first quarter of the next star Ardra, the earth river breathing with the sound of water is stated to be menstruation. These 3 days must be avoided for sowing. If at all a farmer going to his farm undertakes to sow, he can never reap the fruit of his labor and hard times awaits him. In Kashyapya Krushi Sukti, it is mentioned that earth is also called Medini, means fertile, because by producing grains and medical plants and also by the water springing from the interior, it is conducive to the life of all kinds of beings. Devi Bhagavata stated that during the Ambuvachi period, means menstruation period of the earth, if any person dig the earth after his death, he reaches to hell named Krumi Damsha and suffered there badly for 4 yugas. Next, please. In Shaktism, the earth's menstruation is celebrated during the Ambuvachi Mela. At present, you all are present there in the auspicious place near Kamakhya temple and an annual fertility festival held in June in Assam, India. During Ambuvachi, the annual menstruation course of the goddess Kamakhya is worshipped in the Kamakhya temple. All these references showed the importance of the menstruation process of Mother Earth of reproduction. In India, rivers are also considered as women. Rivers are not regarded only as a merely flowing mass of water, but as life bestowing and life nurturing protecting mothers. During monsoon, muddy reddish water of river treated as menstrual bird of river. Religious texts related to Dharma Shastra warn against bathing the river in this particular period, as they forbid men to have sex with a woman who is menstruating. Some religious texts mention that the rivers that are considered as nada means masculine are not considered as Rajaswala. Only feminine rivers are treated as menstruating means Rajaswala. Next, please. When our ancient culture is established and evolved on the banks of the river, people are dependent on the river for their day-to-day life. Rivers fulfill the need of water of the society for a different type of day-to-day activities. In monsoon, during a heavy flood, people were not supposed to enter a river because it leads to an accident and death accordingly. Here, untouchability appears as a part of the care of people. Many rituals and festivals like Gauri Pujan in the Hindu month of Bhadrapada, Naga Panchami festival in the Hindu month of Shravana, Ganagaur Vrata in Rajasthan are related to fertility and symbolizes the worship of the earth and water. Gauri means untouched young girl, Prithvi. Gauri is the name of Devi Parvati. There are mythological stories related to goddess Parvati, mother of the universe. In Maharashtra, during the Navratri festival, small girls enjoy tradition of bhondla. Next, please. They stand together and make a circle. They put an idol of an elephant in between the circle and sing some traditional folk songs. This custom is related to fertility of the earth. On the fest of Pattiyam Perukula, the 18th day in the Tamil month of Adi, all those who live in the banks of Kaveri in Tamil Nadu celebrate the river's pregnancy's craving as well. In Maharashtra, the Krishna Mai Utsav at Vai is very famous. Mai means mother in native Marathi language. In this festival of river Krishna Mai, a newborn child is supposed to visit the bank of the river and his or her mother offers some sari, coconut, rice, betel nut as the honor of the river mother. Now, conclusion with all these previous references that the Mother Earth and river symbolizes woman in reference to Rajaswala Dharma. It is clearly a procedure of reproduction within the earth, rivers as well as women. In Indian tradition and folklore, menstruation means a phase of Ambuvachi is celebrated as a festival of creation or reproduction. As per considering all these references, one can state that in Hinduism, natural phenomena like the earth and water means in the form of the river treated as feminine. They get respect as a mother and people always respect their feelings in their minds. In Hinduism, many times menstruation of women is treated as inauspicious, but after going through the above mentioned references, one can say that as we treat menstruation of earth and river very auspicious, why can we try to give this outlook to the menstruation of women? As described in the Bhagavatam Puran, Indra, the king of heaven, killed Vishwarupa, and therefore Vishwarupa's father performed a yajna to kill Indra. When Dhritarashtra appeared from that yajna, the demigods in fear sought shelter of the supreme personality of Godhead and glorified him. Because of affection for the demons, Vishwarupa secretly supplied them the remains of yajna. When Indra learned about this, he beheaded Vishwarupa, but he later regretted killing Vishwarupa because Vishwarupa was a Brahmin. Although competent to naturalize the sinful reactions for killing of a Brahmana, Indra did not do so. Instead, he accepted the reactions. Later, he distributed these reactions among the land, water, trees, and women in general. Since the land accepted one-fourth of the sinful reactions, a portion of the land turned into desert. The tree dripped sap. Because women accepted one-fourth of the sinful reactions, they are untouchable during their menstruation period and treated as inauspicious. Since water was also infested with the sinful reaction, when bubbles appear in water, it cannot be used for any purpose. This symbolism of capacity of reproduction of the earth and rivers treated auspiciously from different scholars of society and even from women. Just like the same, without hesitation in mind, every woman, as well as all sectors of society, try to respect the concept of menstruation of woman as it is a natural gift for her to give birth to the new generation. Every woman should take care of herself during these crucial days of menstruation. Thank you.
Aryaji, I was saying that the word inauspicious is not a correct translation. The word ashaucha is a more intricate idea. There is mrutau shaucha, mruta ashaucha, dhyata ashaucha, and the rutu ashaucha. How they interplay with each other is a very complex issue, and ashaucha is not translated as inauspicious. Okay, inauspicious translates as ashubha. Shubha and ashubha are totally different things. And the Rajaswala event is an auspicious event. That is why there is always an astrological way of looking at the first menstruation, the Rajaswala event, and all that. Okay, so if there are questions from the audience, we'll take those questions. Aaryaa ji, yeah, please. You may come.
Madam, I'm Papiya Mitra. It is not more a question, but more of an observation. In Patra Samhita, I have read that women are said to become ritually pure every time they menstruate. That means actually men are in a disadvantaged position because women are only impure for 4 days of a month, and the rest of the time they are pure as refined gold. What do you think about that?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thanks for your information. Actually, I have also read this particular information, but in Maharashtra particularly, my observation is that many people, especially women, are still feeling that they are following as Dr. Paturi has already mentioned, they are following the phase of their menstruation as their ashaucha, or they are not supposed to do any kind of worship or any kind of religious activity. So still people have a lot of what you can say influence about this kind of traditional thoughts on their mind. That's why it is necessary to put forward this kind of thoughts which you have mentioned just now.
Thank you.
Thank you.